So today we will look at a hand that was played from the button for 15 bigs, and it shows how much we need to get value from our hands, or else we will bleed EV. So this is a standard open Queen Jack off, big blind defense. We c bet one big. We decide on the half pot on the turn with top two pairs, and to shove for value on the river and calls with second pair and king kicker, and we take full value on this hand. So we'll check what the solver thinks. So button, obviously standard open, and calls. With the flop, he should be checking range, and here right off the bat you could advocate that maybe we could have some reads on the big blind. He's recreational in this hand, and if we know that he's been donking like middle pair or bottom pair, we can adjust, maybe by check raising or maybe baiting it and just calling with your strongest hand. And if he donks with usually strong hand like queens, sixes, or maybe 4, 6, 4, you could be more cautious and maybe not call as far as like a6 or a4, depending on what you have. Or maybe if you have queen 10, you could just call and not try to raise, just to be cautious. But the solver obviously checks 100% here because we have so much of a range advantage, and obviously we see that insanely wide, since we have like an insane spot advantage here, mainly one big, and some mix with few other sizings, but I would not really recommend it unless you have a read that the big blind is calling too wide, and then you could exploit and go for bigger bet sizing with the top of your range. And a few checks, which I don't know, it's only for a solver to balance every hand, but if you're out of the theory, you would probably rarely check. So we decide on a one big bet, and he calls. The turn is a jack of hearts. Once again, a card that hits our range a bit more than his, and he's gonna be checking again 100%. So we have top two pair here with queen jack, and you can see that it decides to bet either half pot or three quarter of the pots, which is what I was saying in the intro, that you have to take as much value that you can. I mean, if you are scared to make him fold with a bet here, you're gonna miss so much TV and you're gonna be down overall. So we decided on a big bet. Also one thing that I missed telling is on the flop, when we see bet one, is gonna be folding 33% of the time, which is insane value for a c bet, and it's supposed to ISO 30%, which is we can say recreational is never gonna be doing this. So we can really over c bet this spot, and we are gonna be printing, and it might be over folding and not raising enough. So by c betting we are gonna be printing insanely. But once he calls, maybe his range is tighter than the solver thinks. So that's why maybe we can even put up a bit more than 60% for 3/4 pot. But still, I decided to make it 3. I mean, it's totally fine. I wouldn't mind going bigger than 3. He decides to call, and on the river we got a 9 of hearts. Once again, he's supposed to check range. And here we have a decision, but that's not really a decision, to be honest. If you are to bet, I mean, you've got to go all in. Like, the stack to pot ratio is less than 1, so you should get max value and just go all in. Maybe if you have a read on him and he's calling like I don't know, like ace 4 suited, against 4.5, but you think it's gonna fold against 9, maybe you could go for a smaller bet sizing than theory. But if you overdo betting small and exploit this, with the sizing, you might miss a lot of values against, I don't know, a weaker queen, a weaker jack, maybe a 9, maybe two pairs like 6-4. Maybe they're just gonna call and not raise all in if you bet smaller than this, and you're gonna miss a lot of EV, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a disaster, quite honestly. And we see that once we bet all in, it's supposed to call with 44% of his range, and we have top two pair, and we get like with queen jack off, we almost never loses. We like there's no hand that beats us. Maybe some king tens, but that's about it. So we need to get as much EV. Maybe in theory it's gonna be folding more than the solver, like I don't know, like 10-4. It's gonna fold. It's gonna fold 10-4 in theory or recreational. So maybe this is the hands like you could target like 10-4. I don't know, like 8-6. You could make a smaller bet, but you've got to be careful with betting smaller here, because you're gonna miss a ton of EV if you don't know what you're gonna be doing. So that's all for today. Hope you like the hand. If you have any question or have any thoughts about the hand, feel free to put comments below. And have a good day. Bye.